Hey. All right. So I had a great situation with a coaching client this week, and I thought I'd use it as a learning opportunity or teaching opportunity here. I had a client, she had had some rough days this last week. Her calories were way higher than she wanted them to be. And she's like, I can't figure out what's going on. Why am I doing this? And I try to help each one of my clients create what I call a playbook, which is once I get to know them really well, once I see their behaviors, we start to identify the things that trip them up routinely. Like, okay, this happened, thus this occurred. This happened, thus this occurred. And we start to see patterns. And what I had seen for this particular client is a couple things. One, when she doesn't grocery shop and have food on hand, notoriously it screws her up with her eating. She has to have groceries on hand. Some people, this is not the case. Some people, they can navigate things like takeout really well, and they can, grab stuff on the go, and they actually do okay. It's not ideal, but they do better, right? So this was one of the things, and I call it her playbook, where every time we start to notice a pattern, we write it down. What does it, like it might say something to the effect of, what do I do when I keep having high calorie days? And then there's like a checkoff list. And the other thing for her is she stops having protein at breakfast. Protein at breakfast is a game changer for this particular person. Again, not everyone is, right? This is one of the benefits of having a coach, is you start to see these patterns, and it's a person outside of yourself that detects it. But you can do this. You can do this too. Pay attention whenever things don't go the way that they usually go. Write it down. All of a sudden I'm eating higher calories. All of a sudden I'm eating at night. All of a sudden my binge eating kind of came back. Whatever the thing is, right? And really play detective and see what patterns are showing up for you. A lot of people just throw their hands up in frustration and quit, but that's really pointless and useless. It's not going to help you. The best thing you can do is create a playbook. You write down what the problem is, because you see it happen over, and like if we go through your history, right, we're going to see it over and over and over again. So the question becomes, why is this happening? What in your life gets a little bit out of order, and then all of a sudden these problems occur? Then I have them write to-do actions. So if you're eating higher calorie days, number one, have you been eating protein at breakfast? This is what hers says. She said yes, she had been eating protein at breakfast. The next one, are you grocery shopping every single week and replenishing your fruits and vegetables and your lunch options? And she goes, nope, haven't been doing that. I've been getting super busy with work, getting my kids back to school. I have not been doing that. And I said, okay, this is one of your keystone behaviors that you've got to nail. It's got to be a priority. So she went back and she started doing it, and right away we started seeing improvements. So the reason I'm encouraging you to make the playbook is, one, these problems really don't go away. They kind of always live under the surface. And when things happen, right, we all live life, we're all human. When things happen that disrupt what we're used to doing, sometimes those old behaviors come back. This is why I encourage you to write a playbook. What happened when you came back from vacation? What could you have done differently on vacation to prepare for it? What happened over the holidays? What could you have done differently over the holidays? And what this is it's a reference guide for you. It's a way to say, okay, I'm getting ready to go on vacation again. Let me pull my playbook and see what happened to me the last time I was on vacation, and what things I thought would be a better way of doing, so that way I can come back in a better place, right? It's your learning tool. It's you noticing when things are not going well, writing it down, trying to put the pieces together as to what is causing it. I had a client over the time of COVID, and she was really struggling with stress, and she wasn't able to lose weight. And she really reflected with me and said what had happened was she was journaling her calories Monday through Friday, eating at what she thought was a deficit. But then on the weekends, she stopped tracking and ate what she wanted and was maintaining. And that frustration really got to her, that she thought she was doing all the right things, but the results weren't coming. And then she's actually putting her playbook together. So if she ever gets into another stressful situation, she really pays attention to those weekends. And she's aware of the fact that if the eating isn't on par on the weekends, more than likely she'll maintain. So either A, she had to change her expectation, right? I'm not going to be losing weight right now. I'm just going to be maintaining. or B, she's going to have to reel in the weekends if she really wants to see progress. But where it really affected her was when her expectation was weight loss, it wasn't happening because of her actions, and she didn't want to change either thing. So she ended up just kind of giving up on the weekdays as well, right? And that was maybe what happened to a lot of people during the quarantine, is that they felt very frustrated, so they just kind of threw up their hands in frustration. So the playbook is a book that catches all the things you struggle with. It kind of helps you pinpoint what might be leading to it, and then action steps for what to do. So if you're a nighttime eater, maybe if you start to notice that behavior come back in, you go, oh, why am I nighttime eating again? Go back to your playbook. Oh, that's right. If I don't eat enough during the day, or if I don't go to bed at a certain time, or if I don't journal at night, you can start to write yourself messages, because those things are going to happen again. I think the hardest part of being a coach is when people feel they've learned a lesson, they've seen success, they think, oh good, this won't be a problem anymore. And I'm like, no, it will be a problem again. Like if I had money in Vegas right now and I'm standing at the table and they were to say, will these people struggle again with these specific issues? I'm putting all the money on the table, because it happens to me. It happens to all of us. None of us, unless you have figured a way to opt out of being a human being and living in a human world with emotions and other people and circumstances outside your control and disruptions to your life. And if you have figured out a way to live in some kind of bubble, maybe not for you, but for the rest of us, definitely. And the playbook is a great way to almost have a reference guide for your personal struggle points and the actions that would benefit you to get back on track, okay? So like for instance, a client might have had a really rough vacation. Well, maybe they didn't have their meals planned for when they got back, so that's essential for them to do next time. Maybe they need to have a pickup order for groceries when they come home. Maybe having a cleaning lady come and tidy up, before they return. Whatever would make it successful for them, that's what we put in the playbook. So just want to encourage you, get a simple notebook, nothing fancy. Start writing these things down. When you see yourself coming back and you're seeing that there might be an issue or a problem or relapse in behavior, write it down. What might have led to it, you're guessing, but over time you'll know for sure. Because if you write this down the first time and it keeps happening, you'll be like, I see the pattern. And then ask yourself, what could you do differently next time? What could you do to set yourself up for success? The playbook is huge. It's a window into yourself. And then to say, I know this is going to happen again. Heather told me. I'm human. I'm living in a human world. This is real. It's okay. I just follow the playbook. It's not a big deal. Don't make drama about it. Just follow the plan. You guys have a great day. Please like and subscribe and let me know if the videos are helpful for you. And also feel free to share them if somebody could benefit from this information. You have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.